Happy Monday, everyone. Or whenever you watch this, guys, whether it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever. Happy whatever moment it is for you. I've talked a lot about dating. I don't think I've talked much about celibacy. It's something that people don't talk about. Sexual discipline is an underrated discipline. Sex is not just physical, guys. It's not. It's spiritual. You're connected with someone's spirit, whether that's positive or negative. You know, if someone, what they say, spiritually transmitted diseases, it's real. It's real. I went on a stretch. I went through a spiritual awakening in about 2.5 years ago. And a few things happened at that time. Usually pain spurs things. And I was single. I was newly single. And I planned to get out into the dating field the way that I usually have dated. I used to date a lot. And so I was gonna go back to, what I normally do. To make a long story short, I got to the realization that I didn't want to date that way anymore. I really started to embody the idea of, wait a second, there's a price, there's a cost that comes with just sleeping with anyone. And so I was celibate for quite some time. And I had an injury, so I pretty easy to do it, but still took willpower. I started dating differently. I was starting to date very intentionally, and I was looking for someone that was looking for themselves. I started looking for someone that already has gone down that rabbit hole of self-discovery, and that was the utmost priority to them. And I knew that it wouldn't work with anyone if that wasn't the case. Like, I started to realize so many times when it comes to dating, people, they don't know what they need. And people don't know what they need because they don't know who they are. And yes, when dating, something that people don't talk about is that the dating process or being in a relationship, that teaches you a lot about yourself if you're willing to actually listen. Many people don't. They go through a breakup, something bad happens, and they just blame the other person. Oh, they were crazy, she was crazy. Maybe. But what did you do that was wrong? What did you do? How did you contribute? And how can you not do that again? How can you learn from that situation? How can you take self-accountability, right? Self-responsibility, which is rare, but that's how you grow. That's how you grow. And I'll put it like this, guys. We just talked about this in my meetup the other month. Dating becomes very easy when you start doing the work on yourself. When you start doing the work on yourself, you realize that no matter how beautiful this person is or how much money that they have, or so many times people get married or they get into relationships because they don't want to be alone. Or, I mentioned this, they're in a relationship and it's a trauma bond. It's two unhealed people connecting to their traumas. The most important thing you could ever do in this lifetime, in this world, is to go down that beautiful rabbit hole of self-discovery, to do the inner work, to find out who you are, to find your calling, to heal your traumas, to find your purpose, to ascend, increase your Christ consciousness, increase your vibration. Now, you can find someone else who's doing that exact same thing. That's how you put yourself in the best position to win. People are out here dating liabilities as their liabilities. I say that respectfully. But once you get it, you can't unget it. I look back at my past relationships and They're all amazing people, except for one. Except for one. When you realize the most important thing in any relationship is finding someone who has a true relationship with themselves, dating becomes easy. The pool becomes infinitely smaller. But that's okay. As I say, people, places, and things will change. Allow it. Go through that isolation period. As I said before, for a long time, I was dating very intentionally. And I decided to jump back into dating the way that I used to, and it just didn't feel the same. It took away from my peace. I honestly wish that I didn't even do that. It took a while for that momentum to slow down, but there's a price you pay. And I know this message is not for everyone, man. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. It's not for you. It's not for you. I can show someone a calculus equation, and if you don't know algebra, it's not gonna make sense to you. It's not for you. It's for the others that have gone down that rabbit hole, that have gone through a spiritual awakening. You know what I'm talking about. You can't go back to what you're used to. It's like going back to an ex and nothing's changed. Or matter of fact, things have gotten even worse. You can't. The love may be there, but you can't. You can't go back to that. And it's the same thing, guys. Once you really know who you are, guys, dating becomes easy. Is this person going down that same rabbit hole as me? And then you can connect with them. If they're giving the world the most healed and greatest version of them on purpose. Now, I'm not saying nothing can't happen, but you put yourself in the best position to win. You're in the best position to win. If not, you're gambling. You're gambling. The most important thing you can ever do in this lifetime, not just for dating, for your career, for your health, for everything, for your kids, the most important thing you can ever do in this lifetime. And each of these podcasts will have a very similar message because all of this is very simple, guys. It's finding you. It's going down that beautiful rabbit hole of self-discovery to find out who you are and then live for it. Become obsessed to find out who you are and then live for it. There's no other way to do this, guys. And once you get a little taste of the benefits, that momentum just snowballs. Once you realize that, wait a second, I can speak things into existence. That's why I say reading is so important. When you read books about the gift of you, it's impossible to not have confidence when you realize who you are. I don't care what your parents said about you, your community, what you've said about you. When you realize who you are, you can rewrite your script. You can rewrite your script. Oh, they said I'm unlovable. Are you kidding me? You're nothing but love when you believe it. When you believe it. And whatever you believe to be true, you're correct. You're correct. Then you can start healing yourself, increasing your self-love. And there's no mountaintop. There's no I've arrived. Just keep ascending. But again, it's going to look crazy for a while until it doesn't. You're going to lose people, places, and things. Even if you try to go back to what you used to do, it's not going to feel the same. It's not going to be the same. Same conversations, hanging around those same places, those same areas. You've changed. Allow it. So this is for the people that are going through this metamorphosis, and you're like, man, it's lonely. But it's peaceful. Eventually, I promise you, you'll be alone but not lonely. And it's worth the wait. Your peace is priceless. It's worth the wait. Your tribe matters. Who you spend time with matters. Who you hang out with matters. Who you date matters. Who you sleep with matters. Who you talk to matters. Everything's energy. Everything's vibration. Guys, be intentional with the words you speak and the people, places, and things you do. Be intentional. The same way an Olympian is intentional with what they eat and how they train. Be intentional in this sport of life. If life is a sport, become an Olympian. Live intentionally. Okay, I don't do that. I don't hang around that. And again, it's about progress over perfection. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. Live intentionally. Live intentionally. Listen, you're going to sound crazy until you don't. You're going to look crazy until you don't. You're in great company. Anyone who's done anything on a different level, they set themselves apart. Kobe, Tom Brady, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, they were obsessed. It's a beautiful obsession. Become obsessed with this beautiful sport of life. If life is a sport, become an Olympian. People, places, and things will change. Allow it. Keep ascending, guys. I see you. I believe in you. Set your schedule this week. When are you going to do the inner and the outer work? Set it and hit it. Hit it like the quality of your life depends on it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it does. Motivation Mondays.